Hi guys, it's Jake again. I'm back here. This is Sam again. Today I'm going to be interviewing them about coming out, which is a very big topic for a lot of people, and it's definitely a very big topic for me. So, what was it like coming out to people for you? How was their reaction? How did it feel for you?
I came out pretty recently, so I came out in college, and that whole process was like, it was good for the most part because Berkeley is a pretty progressive area, and my school was really progressive in a sense. So I was lucky. Most people were like, yeah, that's cool. Like, go you. And I met a lot of people just by like joining clubs and going to events. So I really built this community when I first came out.
And that would cut even more.
How long did it take you to come out after you kind of figured out yourself?
I didn't really start to think about my sexuality as anything outside of straight until I watched this film called Saving Face by Alice Wu. And it's about this Chinese American woman who's a doctor trying to maintain this private secret relationship from her mother. And it's also about her mother who gets pregnant at age 50. So they're both dealing with this kind of like forbidden intimacy with people. The doctor who's queer and the mother who's with someone and who's impregnated but out of wedlock. And so that movie really like pushed me to think about, wow, like why does this speak to me? And it didn't take me long after I watched that movie when I was a sophomore to realize, oh my god, like I'm queer. So then as soon as I realized that, I started joining all the clubs and going to all the conferences and like reading all the books.
Oh, yeah.
So I just kind of like, I kind of got my queer card as soon as I could.
Yeah.
My queer license.
Oh, queer license. Oh yeah. Yeah. Me, when I first started questioning, I would go around and I research everything on the internet, and now I'm doing this project. And I watched a million YouTube videos of other people documenting their experiences too, so that was pretty cool. Yeah. If you were, like, when you were in college, did you, like, come out to a bunch of people at once, or was it just, like, a few people?
Definitely a few people, because when I initially came out, I identified as bisexual, and then I started thinking more about, well, how can bisexual be in some ways problematic, because bi means there's a binary, meaning I can only be attracted to a certain number of people, since they're binary.
So after you came out to all your friends in college and stuff, I'm guessing you were never bullied. You came out to like a few people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You both
No
did?
one bullied me.
Yeah.
I think they knew better. So I'd fight them.
Oh yeah.
I would fight them.
Strong. Yes. Okay. How did your parents react to you coming out? If you told them at all?
I came out to my parents during a really bad time because when I initially came out to myself, I initially struggled to find kind of help for my mental health. So in combination with like trying to feel more comfortable with myself, but also trying to secure more resources for my mental health. I think that really like affected my schoolwork. So when I came out to my family, I kind of like intertwined it with, by the way, I want to withdraw from school. So my parents focused more on the fact that I was about to drop out, versus like my queerness, so they dismissed that. They dismissed it, but it wasn't until I actually moved out to come back here that I think they must have realized, you know, there was something that didn't go well.
So, now that you've come out to most people and you figured it yourself out more, what is life like now?
Well, I'm really happy that, and I don't think this is as a result of coming out necessarily, but I think even the people I didn't, you know, do like a personal coming out to, even those people have been really supportive, and I think I see that when I go back to Berkeley, and I see that just like briefly whenever I run into people. And you know, I work for the National Center for Lesbian Rights, which is like, you can't hide it. Like, I don't identify as a lesbian, but I'm gay as hell, and so we definitely, people at work definitely are like really kind. And very open to joking about like different things that I think only queer people would find funny. And I live with queer people, all my friends are queer people, most of my friends are queer people. I just read about queer things all the time, and I feel much more free, but definitely I still think about my family and what I could have done better instead of leaving them. So, you know, I think everyone kind of has to go through their process of like finding themselves. But life now is really good. It's really good.
Yeah.
And I get to be a part of cool projects like yours.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Okay. So, along with that, how open are you about your sexuality now? Like, if someone asks you, like, compared to back when you were first coming out, how quickly will you back
I still think I'm very private
in
some ways, especially since I've had several relationships at the same time, and so I still think I'm very private about relationships, but I guess with my sexuality, I'm so open because I understand that there may be people who identify similarly and don't have the confidence to really speak about it and share themselves, really, because it's not, you know, you are not your sexuality, and you are not limited to what your sexuality can do for you. So I really believe that people have every right not to share, but also like if they're comfortable, like go ahead. And body positivity, sex positivity is all good. But also like respecting some people are in different places in their growth, so.
One thing I think is really big is like, I've come out to my mom, and she often asks me if I want to tell her boyfriend, who I'm also pretty close with. It's like, she respects me and that I'm not ready yet, and that's something that you really have to keep in mind. Even if someone may not be afraid that this person might react badly, it's just like, I'm not ready, and so I'm not going to start talking to many people.
Yeah, and you deserve that kind of agency.
Everyone does. Yeah. Alright. Well, those are all the questions I have for now. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.